Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Theo Zandrian and I'm a communication student of Muhammadiyah University of Yogyakarta. At this time, I was also a government and public affairs course participant of the 2020. In this video, I would like to explain about three topics related to the government and public affairs course. The first topic is about government public relation internal function. And here I will explain what is discussed in this topic. Wait a minute, I want to share screen to you. And this is organizational communication on government. First, definition. Definition as a function that exists to help leaders inform and engage employee and or staff in a way which motivates staff to maximize their performance and deliver the business strategy most effectively. And also refers to it as a function that acts as an organization problem solver helping councils to understand the implication of big stuff on employee and reflecting back the management decision that don't make sense down the line. Internal communication should be there to give honest feedback, then others might not be brave enough to do that. Why is it important? Effectively and efficient internal communication in public institutions allows the work of staff to be more effective and has an impact on the achievement of organizational goals and mission. And also, organizational internal communication has a positive impact on the organization, namely good performance, and the public will be satisfied with the organization service. Successful organizations rely on HEIR. Well-informed HEIR and a collaborative work team approach is very important to serve the community and other stakeholders. Effective organizational communication in a government will be a contributing factor in developing staff motivation and developing a good organizational climate. And so, good organizational communication can increase the opportunity and ability to communicate with the public in a better way. Strategy. There are four important elements in internal communication within the organization. First is narrative strategy. And the second, leadership. Third, freedom of speech. And the last of the four, integrity. And the next strategy is first, understand your organization, your vision, your mission, and your value. Vision, mission, and organizational culture socialization. Third, build a strong team. Strong team is a strong relationship. Fourth, develop strategy, goal, priority, media, and message. And five, message packaging. And six, research. Seven strategy is evaluation. 8 is collaboration and build a network. And 9, conducive organizational environment. Polisi. Peraturan Menteri PAN nomor 28 tahun 2011 tentang pedoman komunikasi organisasi di lingkungan pemerintah. And the mission of government public relation practice. First mission is building a positive image and reputation of government and state apparatus. And second, accommodating and processing community message and aspiration. And third, forming public opinion. Fourth, classification of data and information developing in community. And fifth, promoting government policy and programs. The goals. create an effective and efficient management of organizational communication in government agencies in accordance with good governance principle. Scope: management of organizational communication between central government agency, interlocal government, and third, international and local government. And also scope is divided by two. There is public information and develop public opinion. Beneficiaries: system and patterns of information flow, organizational communication, organize and integrate, improvement of strong public relation institution and competence in providing optimal and responsible information service, coordination, integration, and synchronization in managing organizational communication, and fourth, the establishment of good organizational communication between central government agency, between local government agents, and between central and regional government institutions. The result of good internal communication: the first, good image; the second, goodwill; third, good mutual understanding, or fourth, mutual trust; and fifth, mutual respect; and the last, six, mutual tolerance. Forms of organizational communication. First, formal, divided by two, formal and informal. First, formal communication, officially agreement by organizations that are oriented to the interests of the organization, for example, how to work in the organization. And the second, informal, socially approved communication, oriented not to the organization, but more to individual members of the organization. The functions. The first, information functions. There is understand the guidelines for communication in public relation organization. Instructive function is requires all public relation officer to use the communication guidelines of public relation organization. And educative function is to provide guidance for the learning process of public relation officer in carrying out organizational communication. And persuasive function is to encourage and provide alternative for public relation officials to use communication guidelines for public relation organization. Regulative function is to carry out organizational communication in accordance with laws and regulation and public relation ethics. And integrate function is to uniting common perceptions, commitment, sense of belonging, and responsibility of public relation officer to the management of organizational communication. And communication bridge function is to mediate between agency in the management of organizational communication. Next, communication climate. First is mutual support. Second is participate in decision making, build trust and can keep secrets, building openness and transparency, clearly communicate performance goals. Next are communication methods. First, face-to-face communication, and second, public communication. Third, formal organizational communication. Fourth, non-formal organizational communication or informal. And the last, mass communication. Scope of internal PR or public relation. Tools and techniques for identifying your internal publics. And next step is planning communication for your internal audience. Next step is having your plans, projects, and budgets approved. And the last step, we got the result to internal audience and gaining and maintaining credibility for yourself. and your department. Internal public relation. Internal public relation function and the external public relation function as highly as, or internal public relation function as highly as the external public relation function. Next is multi-directional communication. Downward communication is any information you send to people below you in the flow chart. Second, lateral or horizontal communication goes to your peers, those who may have very different job function from yours, but who share the same level of the organization chart. Third is upward communication goes to your boss. Internal communication principle. If we consistency and continuity, we can get context of message and public benefits, and then channels of communication and capability of audience, and the last is credibility of the messenger communicator. That's all from the first topic. We next to second topic. Wait a minute. Wait. And next step is government media management. Or this is the second topic we discussing. Why is it important? Why government management media is it important? First is to guidance on providing the best public service by utilizing technology. Electronic public relation, or EPR, is a public relation initiative that uses the internet as a means of publicity. Scope divided by two is government media for internal public and government media for external public. And forms of information dissemination. Divided by third line. The first line is above the line. Dissemination through the mainstream media of radio, TV, and print media. The second line is through the line. Dissemination through on online media and social media like WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, etc. The line is below the line. Dissemination through the face-to-face media, outdoor media, folk performance, seminars, etc. Next is cyber public relation potency. It's divided by 4. The first is constant communication. Second is efficient and effective communication, quick response, interactive, two ways. Why should government use social media? There is so many answer. First is social media is designed to maintain and enhance the reputation of the institution and explore public aspiration. Then social media is interactive media. Public relation must be able to follow the rate of social media, communicate directly, and provide an immediate response. And next, social media is online documentation. A public relation officer must know what information should and should not be conveyed to the public and how to convey it. And next is social media reaches a very broad public, so understanding is needed in disseminating information and how to communicate across culture. And the last is to avoid this stigma, a public relation officer must of course be able to balance the role of online communication media with direct communication with the public, especially the internal public who are physically and geographically very close. The benefits of government social media. The first benefit is encouraging government efficiency. The opportunity to use social media can increase efficiency as well as cost savings. The use of social media in government circles can also reach a wider audience. Restoring lost public trust, modern society is a society that is critical of information. In this era of openness, people trust information more from social media, WhatsApp groups, and other information media. The third is facing the times. Challenge with digital change and transformation. Government agencies have faced a specific set of challenge, including budget cuts, aging of staff and civil servant, and bureaucracy that can hinder progress. The last benefit is a means of communication in times of crisis and natural disaster. One of the people tendency when a disaster or crisis occurs is that they look for it on social media. The public relies heavily on social media, especially when it comes to their life and death condition to seek help. We continue to the social media ethics. The Ministry of State Apparatus Empowerment and Bureaucratic Reform has issued guidelines for use of social media content in Peraturan Menteri Pendayagunaan Aparatur Negara dan Reformasi Birokrasi Republik Indonesia Nomor 83 Tahun 2012 tentang pedoman pemanfaatan media sosial instansi pemerintah. There is another answer is first uphold the honor of government agency. Next is have expertise, competence, objectivity, honesty, and integrity. And the next, keeping state secrets and carrying out the oath of office. For is enforce applicable ethics in order to create the image and reputation of government agency. And fifth, respect the code of ethics for civil servant. And the last is deliver and receive correct and accurate public information. And next is appreciate, respect, and foster solidarity and good name of institution and individual. And the last is implement public information disclosure in accordance with the provision of the legislation. We continue to the social media planning strategy. Based on Peraturan Menteri Pendayagunaan Aparatur Negara dan Reformasi Birokrasi Republik Indonesia atau Permenpan Nomor 83 Tahun 2012, social media planning can be done using the following methods: people, to objective, to strategy, to technology, or we call it POS. The first strategy, social media planning strategy. The first strategy is provide a comprehensive overview of the social media program that will be implemented. And then to determine the schedule for the creation and distribution of social media content, and then to facilitate monitoring of the development of social media activity, and to show a variety of types and topics of social media content that have been adapted to the main message of the institution. And there is second topic about government management media, and can continue the third topic or the last topic about the topic is government media relation. The understanding media relation or media relation meaning. The public relation professional maintain good relation with professional in the media, understand their deadlines and other restraint and earn their trust. Public Relations Society of America, PRSA, according to Baran, as a relationship with communication media to conduct publicity or respond to media interest against organizational interests, according to Leslie. Media relation activity. Press conference divided by press tour, press reception, press briefing, press statement, press interview, and press gathering. Principle of government media relation. The first is symbiosis mutualism, need each other and benefit each other. Second, government public relation needs publication space and mass media needs content, contents of media coverage. Government public relation duty. First duty is interact with journalists to build long-term relationships. Next is manage contacts with journalists at critical times, seek media coverage and response to requests for interviews or information needed by journalists, measuring results, monitoring and managing. The fourth is measuring result, monitoring and managing contacts between organization and journalists according to Durley and Garcia. And then build a good relationship with the media and develop the message and understand the character of each medium. And the last step is budgeting. Develop a message. A message is developed is a clear message, correct message, and concise message. There are combined. And then is composing press release. The first step is choose positive rather than passive headline. And then the first paragraph should be sharp and crisp. And prepare small paragraphs. Avoid uncommon words. Avoid jargon and the use of initials. Check the spelling of people and place name. And type on one side in double spacing and leave a good margin. Better give 125 lines right up. Check the appearance of information and make it attractive. Put the date and time and mention contact person and telephone number. Ending press question. The first is must be to confidence, and second is must be to have ability to think and react on question instantly, and third is must be to authority, and fourth is must be to having a crisis management skill. Handling press, we must do fast, factual, frank, fair, and friendly. Government public relation competency. There is several activity. The first is writing press release, and then write a pitch letter, visual media production on infographics, and fourth is event management, and fifth is media research, and the last is copywriting competencies. And that's all from me. That's all the third topic I have want to discuss with you all about government and public affairs course. And that's all from me. And thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.